Welcome to Softcore History.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back into Softcore History. I'm your host for the week, Dan Regester, and I am joined as always by my two best friends in the entire city of Austin, Jake Goldman.
What's up, you turd burglar?
And Rob Fox.
Hey, and that is accurate. We are best friends in terms of time spent. At least for me.
Rob keeps a chart.
I don't socialize more with other people. Now, I wouldn't choose that necessarily, but it's just the reality that I'm occupying.
Yeah.
The reality that I'm accepting.
Yeah.
It's my wife and then you two.
Yeah.
Literally in that order.
Yeah. My wife and child, but my child can't talk, so I don't really socialize with him.
You don't socialize at all with him.
Yeah.
No.
You're being social. But
He's
you're
more
not
of an acquaintance at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know him.
You don't even know what he's into.
I don't know him. Yeah, I don't
He could suck.
He could suck.
Like,
And
he might murder somebody someday.
I've accepted that. Like, I know people whose children are terrible, and I wonder, like, what do you think about that? Because I look at my kid, and I'm like, dude, I think I'll know if you're a piece of shit. Like, I think I'll be like, God damn it, dude. Fuck you, you piece of shit.
What's the worst thing your
But I
kid
won't.
could do?
The worst thing?
Yeah. Like, what do you think? What's the worst thing he could become?
I mean, well, realistically, I guess he could murder someone.
Yeah. That would be like
You
serial
never know.
killer.
Yeah.
Would probably be number one.
Serial killer. What if it's like something where it's a gray area, even though it shouldn't be? Where, like, let's say we like World War III breaks out, but it's not until he's like 18, and like he comes back with just like a necklace of Chinese ears, right? And it's like it's clear he's committed war crimes. But we won, and the Chinese were the bad guys, but like he was the bad guy within the good guy side, and I don't know how to feel about it. What do I do? What do I do if my child comes home and gives me a coffee mug made out of a human Chinese skull?
And it's really small.
I think it could be worse, though, Rob. I think it could be much worse.
I was like,
The size of the skull is very important. It's more of a shot glass, bud.
midget soldiers. And he's like, yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
Dad. Yeah,
Sure, Dad.
I think you love him.
Yeah.
But what if he ends up being like a leasing agent at an apartment complex?
Oh, well, then I disown him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Disown him for sure. I don't know why people will like talk. You know, you talk about like, "Well, I don't want no gay kid. I don't want no trans kid. I don't want no kid that works in a leasing office at an apartment building.
at what age? Because like I knew some people in college that did it just
that's
for money.
different.
Yeah.
No
'cause-
job is. It's college.
Yeah, if you're literally working for an apartment complex for the college that you go to,
Yeah.
they're perfectly fine.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
college job.
Right. But like once
you're 35.
once you career it out
Yeah.
and just ride that wave of being a leasing agent, I feel like you
get out.
You're becoming worse and worse of a person.
Our apologies to all of our listeners
That are leasing agents.
agents.
Oh, I thought only doctors and lawyers listen to this podcast.
Yeah.
only doctors.
Real
really.
highbrow.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, we don't even have lawyer listeners, just doctors.
Yeah.
Hello, all of you PhDs. We thank you for joining us again
Indeed.
today.
Yeah, not medical doctents.
No.
No.
Historian went to school
it's
for
all
too long.
historians
Yeah.
with doctorates. Dan, you said you felt like a poor person this weekend.
I did. I went to ACC on Friday for the
Austin
Del
Country
Match
Club.
play.
Oh, not Austin Community College.
No.
No, that's a
Same
completely
abbrev,
different thing.
Yeah. That's where you can
Two wildly different worlds.
Yeah, seriously.
What do you want to, like, in one place you're the rat king, in the other place you're just the rat?
In the rat race.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Austin Country Club really humbles you because there's just like $10 million homes on the course.
Yeah, I think you're lowballing that.
No, we looked it up. It was actually
still love it.
surprisingly low. These are giant compounds, like massive fucking.
Yeah. They're huge,
houses.
dude. They have
Right.
like,
on a golf
They were
course.
like 4 to 8 million.
really?
Yeah, some really big ones were like 4 million.
Is that like current valuation on Zillow or?
Yeah, I guess we did.
That's the Zestimate.
We kind of came to the conclusion that Austin real estate, it's high, but like it levels out at a certain point.
Yeah, there's only so expensive a house can be, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
are
I think it's so
massive
basically
houses.
so basically rich people are still getting a deal.
Right. It's like, oh, it's only $8 million.
But the middle class is like fucked.
yeah.
Plus, you get free tickets to Del Match Play every year on at least the hole you're on.
I'm willing to ruin my credit.
Which was sick because like literally there was people, they had like pool parties and like 50 people in their backyard, and the fucking volunteers for the tournament, when people were trying to hit shots, were trying to quiet them down. It's like, bitch, we're in our backyard.
Yeah.
Like that ain't happening.
us.
Yeah. You couldn't tell me to do it. I'd be roasting a blunt out there just like, fuck you, whoever.
Yeah. I also saw Luke List almost take somebody's slide-in room door. Or
What?
The slide-in door, like a glass window.
Oh, with a golf ball?
With a golf ball, took
Nice.
that out. He came up, took his ball out, and then I said, thank you for paying my rent for winning Torrey Pines. And he's like, I also paid mine. So
Nice.
Nice little interaction I had with Luke List.
Always fun.
Always
Stars
fun.
just like us.
They are.
And you get so close to him at ACC. It's really just like I granted, I guess you do at most events, you can get pretty damn close, but it's just, I feel like the space between the yard and the course is so narrow too sometimes on some of these holes.
Right.
I think on the turn, like it's either 7 or 9 or something like that. I can't remember. Maybe it's 11, but like I was like, shit, there's like, that's it. You're like practically on that thing.
Yeah, I actually thumb wrestled Kevin Kisner.
Did you?
Won two out of three.
2 out of 3. So you won.
He's a smaller man.
I don't know
smaller man.
how
It
that
doesn't have
translates
anything
to
do with thumb
thumbs.
strength. Yeah.
Do you think having smaller hands is an advantage?
Well, hand size doesn't correlate to body size necessarily.
My hands are small. I have comically
Kenny Pickett?
comically small Burger King Whopper Jr. hands.
Do you?
Yeah.
I never noticed.
Let's see.
Look at that. Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
They're very tiny.
They're hardly smaller than mine.
I wouldn't be drafted first round.
No.
No, not a
that.
first rounder.
No one here is.
But yeah, the stars are just like us. Like Will Smith last night.
Yeah.
Had to smack a bitch.
Had to smack a bit. If you didn't know, this is going to be a topical episode.
Kind of. Originally, I was trying to like come up with some topics that, you know, we could pimp out our newly launched Patreon.
Yep. Check out the
because
Patreon. Please subscribe.
We're shameless. Yes, please and thank you. We got plenty of great content up there. We're going to start releasing the Patreon content every Wednesday. So you're getting the free episode Monday. Patreon content will drop every Wednesday. This week we have a live watch of The Patriot.
Yeah.
Mel Gibson's best work.
It's up there.
Yeah, I'd probably put it. It's
up there.
1A, 1B maybe.
Yeah. It's not my favorite thing Mel Gibson's done, but it's fucking wonderful. And we describe all the ways it's wonderful. We basically Mystery Science Theater.
Yeah.
The Patriot.
Yeah.
So, and that's streaming on Netflix. You all have Netflix. So if you want to listen to our DVD commentary on it,
Yes.
please watch along.
So I was originally going to do Francis Marion, just the character that he's based off of for The Patriot. Just, you know, be shameless again, be like, just try to drive as many people to the Patreon and,
Right.
you know, cash that check. But, you know, things were out of my hand. Will Smith smacked Chris Rock
In the face.
in the face. And I was just like, hey, what if we just did an episode on just crazy Hollywood feuds?
Yes.
The best golden age Hollywood
Right.
stories I could find.
We're not talking the 80s. Or are we? I don't even know.
No, we're
Yeah.
talking silent film era.
Love
Some
that.
Black
We're
Dahlia?
talking, well, that was a murder.
Oh, you're right. You're right. That's not a feud. That's a mystery.
Not a feud. But then I started looking into the feuds, and I'm like, these are lame as shit. I could just talk about Orson Welles and William Randolph Hearst
Sure.
for like 40 minutes. But there's better William Randolph Hearst stories.
There is.
And that just led me down kind of a rabbit hole of, kind of Black Dahlia, murder mystery type situations. And I looked at our analytics,
Yeah.
and we don't have enough white women that listen to this podcast.
I agree with that.
So today's episode is going to be famous Hollywood murder mysteries.
Perfect.
Because we're going to hammer
That white woman.
niche.
Which, by
Yes.
the way, there is nothing more baffling to me than women, and white women in particular's love of listening to and watching themselves be murdered.
Yeah, we should have seen it coming with podcast content because like Lifetime just existed for so long.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean it was primed.
Yeah.
It was primed. It was there. It's like, how do we turn this into
Every
into this
story
medium?
was like an abused woman, or like the woman was like the woman's like neighbor who was her best friend was like murdered by like the creepy cheating husband.
Right. And it's obvious who it is right off the bat. There is one Lifetime movie though where I believe Treat Williams is in it, and he's living in the attic and like slowly gassing the house to like make her delirious.
Love
and like,
that.
I guess he's, sexually assaulting her or doing something, but it's just aces. I don't remember the name of it
That
at all.
sounds fantastic.
Yeah, it's like, she said, the garden latch is open again. The fence is open. I don't know what's going on. It's like, no, man, there's a person in
The
there.
ghost came out of the attic.
Yeah. Attic
But
ghosts.
really, like, what's even the male equivalent of that? Like, it's just like, dude, did you see the latest I cut my penis off episode where it's just like a guy like just like a weed whacker like takes off a guy's dick that episode? And
Whoa. I would watch that.
I feel like
I can't
white
believe I
women
lost my dick.
treat
Yeah.
murder mysteries kind of like, I guess, white men treat fantasy football.
I don't know if there's it's one's a passive activity, one isn't, unless you're bad at fantasy football like me.
No, they probably have their own leagues, compare stats.
Actually, I'll give you a quasi decent comparison. It's the way white men love like watching World War II movies.
Yeah.
And it's just a bunch of white dudes getting like gunned down. And they're like, this is wonderful. I love this.
This is like the essence of life.
Yeah.
Like this is real. Yeah.
This is the best.
Well, that's most people that refer to themselves as like history buffs, right? It's just
Right.
World War II.
yeah, World War II.
World War II is all of history. We know
Yeah.
this.
It's where history culminated.
It's the only time history mattered.
The rest is pretty boring.
Yeah,
Pretty
so we're going to talk about some unimportant history here today.
Yes.
As we all do.
As we always do. So our first story, we'll dive into that. Thomas Ince. You familiar with this man? You familiar
Ince?
with his work?
No.
No.
INCE.
No.
Thomas Ince was a giant independent producer in the 1920s who owned a 20,000-acre studio with dozens of sets and is referred to as the father of Westerns.
Sick.
Nice.
However, he is better known for the odd circumstances of which he died than how he lived. Because clearly you have no idea who this fucking dude is.
No.
I don't even know how he died.
I didn't know he was dead.
I didn't know he was alive. at
Every
one
time
point.
I hear a name, I didn't know he was alive, didn't know he was dead.
Yeah.
So for Thomas Ince's 42nd birthday, one William Randolph Hearst invited Ince out for the weekend on his 280-foot yacht, the Oneida,
Oh no, he's gonna get Natalie Wooded.
to celebrate and discuss gaining access to the studio in exchange for much needed infusion of cash flow. Because, this 20,000-acre studio, he kind of put every single dime he had in.
Right.
And William Randolph Hearst was a cash machine.
Yeah.
There's definitely a future episode where we just have to break down this scumbag.
Oh, there's so many things that he just kind of ruined for us still today. Like media, marijuana being illegal.
Journalism,
Yeah, just all of it.
He
really.
was kind of the Rupert Murdoch before the
then.
Rupert Murdoch.
Yeah.
marijuana.
Yeah. Right. Marijuana. Yeah. It's like, why is that illegal? Oh, ask William.
Did he do the Spanish-American War?
Ooh, we fucking covered this recently. Not recently, in an episode not too long ago, though, where it's like he did some.
He's around for a long time,
Yeah.
so possibly.
Maybe. But that means we got Puerto Rico, so that's pretty tight.
So he got us Puerto Rico.
Yeah, he got us Puerto Rico. That's cool. I'm trying to see, because there was a Hearst, and I think it's like William Randolph Hearst. George Hearst.
It was Patty Hearst.
I think,
So Patty Hearst is his granddaughter, and we'll get to her.
okay, well, I was going to say,
Oh, wait, for real?
his father,
That actually checks out now that I think about it.
his father is a villain in the late seasons of Deadwood.
Oh, one of the Hearsts?
Yeah.
Nice.
Just sounds like a good, like, late 1800s, early 1900s name.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of like how the Pinkertons are and everything. That is, like, mildly Western.
Oh, dude, Pinkertons fucking are still around. Like,
Still a thing.
yeah, still very much a thing.
But, like, any type of, like, media that has to deal with that era, they're like, just throw the Pinkertons in as characters.
That's shady and mysterious. Like, yeah. They just appear and shit.
Yeah.
So invites homeboy out for his birthday. Wants to get some business done. Little business, little pleasure. He, however, misses the boat November 15th, 1924.
Sounds like he need a watch.
But takes a smaller boat to join the party on November 16th. Now, this was a boat full of other actors, directors, writers. Biggest name outside of Hearst on the boat was Charlie Chaplin,
Okay.
who was in the midst of shooting the film Gold Rush with Hearst's mistress at the time, Marion Davies.
Cool.
Now,
Had to have a mistress back then.
a massive feast was thrown for Ince's birthday celebration, and he soon after had to leave the celebration with stomach cramps. He had previously had stomach ulcers, but he was allegedly taken off the boat by a doctor and died a few days later with what they cited as heart failure for the cause of death.
Oh, well, that doesn't sound like ulcers to me, Dan.
However, multiple reports from workers on the boat claim they saw Ince being taken off the boat bleeding from a head wound.
Interesting. Now, is your heart in your head?
It could be.
Okay. Back then, medicine was entirely different,
Right.
and thus the human body. may
Yeah,
have been.
this time, silent film era.
Yeah.
You know, he could have had a recent gonad transplant or
Yeah.
infusion.
Had some goat testicles shoved into his
Yeah.
scrotum. You never know. His
Yeah.
heart stitched onto the outside of his head.
Right. They might have put an extra goat heart in his head because that's where they thought the heart was.
Yeah.
Rumors also circulated on the trip that Hearst was suspicious that his mistress Davies was fucking around with Charlie Chaplin.
Oh, no. The person you're cheating on someone with
Is
was cheating
she
on you?
you with their co-star?
No honor amongst thieves, I guess.
Yeah. But also, wait. So, but Ince is the one that died, right?
Yeah, so he goes around storming around with a gun, trying to catch them in the act. But instead mistakes Ince for Charlie Chaplin, shoots him, and covers up the mistaken identity murder.
Right. And
Allegedly.
Who's going to report it?
Well,
He owns
funny you
the
say that
news.
because Luella Parsons, who was at her time the gossip rag,
Ooh.
or the TMZ of her time,
Sick.
was also on the boat. And shortly after Ince's death, she weirdly started to get her columns a little bit more syndicated in William Randolph Hearst's media empire.
Oh.
So she got a little bit of a bump in pay, a bump in exposure, and a bump in just overall life.
But not a bump in writing about how Ince died?
Yep, no, Ince died of heart failure.
Right.
Yeah.
She reported that?
She reported that.
She reported that.
Okay.
And not what she maybe
So,
saw.
so this guy, for his birthday, he got invited out for his birthday on this guy's 280-foot yacht. He missed the boat out there.
Missed the boat initially. He should have just stayed home.
That's a sign.
Should
One.
have stayed home.
Yeah. So he gets on I assume, some sort of dinghy, gets out there, gets onto the boat. His tum-tum hurts, and he gets shot in the head. Because the guy that invited him there in the first place is drunk trying to kill Charlie Chaplin.
That's like somebody fucking like firehouse pulling down. Like they missed their plane on 9/11 and they somehow like argue their way onto one of those fueling planes. And then they just like slide down the fueling plane's hose and like get on. And they're like, yeah, I'm not missing this fucking flight.
I'm going to New York City, and I will not be stopped.
Or just one of those like Batman guns that repels off.
Catches it. It's like, there's no way I'm not getting on this plane.
It's gonna happen, guys. That sucks.
So no investigation ever came of the death, but Hearst's granddaughter, Patricia, actually wrote a novel called The Murder at San Simeon that is actually based off these rumor events.
What? That's fucked up, dude. The granddaughter's writing like the O.J. Simpson If I Did It book.
Yes.
Yeah. If my granddad did it.
I'm pretty sure she hated her grandfather, so she was just trying to drag him through
Oh,
the
did she
mud.
give away all the money she got from him?
No.
Didn't hate him that much.
Yeah. Must love that money.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
It's weird how that works.
But fuck off.
Yeah.
Patty Hearst, you bitch. Are you kidding me?
Just dragging your dead grandfather through the mud.
William Randolph Hearst just shaking his fist down in hell like, fuck you, Patty.
Yeah.
I'll see you down here.
Good Lord.
Our next murder mystery also came in the 20s. On February 1922 at approximately 7 a.m., William Desmond was found dead in his home of Los Angeles, which was then an upscale and affluent neighborhood in Alvarado Court.
Oh, yeah, because I knew that place was a shithole now.
Oh, man. Alvarado Court. You know what's the worst thing about people from LA? Them talking about neighborhoods in LA like anyone else knows what they are.
Right.
If it's not like one of the four that people, it's like
What, the Hills, Compton?
yeah, it's like Compton, fucking Santa Monica.
Yeah.
Pasadena's a suburb, kind of.
It's not even technically
LA.
Los Angeles.
Yeah, it's Pasadena.
It's LA County, but it's its own city.
Yeah, it's like, okay, dude, I don't know where fucking
Yeah, like,
Glendale is. Shut up. Yeah.
I kind of feel like if I had to pick a time in Hollywood to be huge, I feel like I'd go 20s. I feel like I'd go 20s, 30s.
Maybe
Pre-war.
not the 30s.
Nah, they're
Depression.
fine. They're fine.
They're fine.
They're
but-
fine.
I mean, the rest of the world's not like it's not as fun, right? The 20s is fun.
Yeah, true.
You need to specify to be relatively affluent in Los Angeles at a time. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
to be rich and famous.
Oh, to be yes. Okay, cool.
Yeah, to be big
you're
in
good.
Hollywood.
You're good then.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's like any
True.
income level.
1930s, you're not dealing with the dirty dust bowl people.
No.
They're stuck
They're watching
in,
your movie still.
The wind is clean for you still. It
Yeah.
doesn't get dirty till it gets
It's
over them.
it's getting all over them in the planes, and they're stuck there.
Yeah,
They're
and-
finding 2 nickels in their pocket to rub together to watch you on screen.
Yeah, and maybe I can get up at the Academy Awards and be like, this is for all the people eating dust or whatever's going on in the dust bowl. You know, like be like, we make these movies for you. And then like, just.
This is for you, all of the
Yeah.
people who survive off a can of beans every week.
Yeah.
This
and
one's
then
for you.
I go have some weird orgy.
Yeah, with masks.
Yeah.
Enjoy your angry grapes. Good luck with those.
So Taylor had a good deal of cash on his person, eliminating robbery as the motive. He also had a photographed locket of actress Mabel Normand in his pocket, alongside with his watch and penknife. Mabel Normand admitted visiting Taylor the night before his body was found and was soon discovered to be the last person to see Taylor alive.
I wonder, were they together?
Were they doing it?
Now, Taylor appeared to have been shot at close range. In fact, when examining Taylor's coat, it appeared the killer was hugging him when he was shot.
So wait, so they either pressed it up close to their chest or from behind, like shot through the. I guess that would be a stupid way to do it.
Yeah.
If you're-
I think you're coming from the front.
you risk some collateral damage, I guess, the other way.
Unless you're trying to go murder-suicide in just one shot.
Woo! Just like
Magic bullet, baby.
yeah, that's good. Or you can like use a Harry
Yeah. That'd be cool.
2 for 1.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
However, Mabel Normand was soon after sent to a sanitarium to recover from tuberculosis and later died. While she was away, though, Mary Miles Minter, a teenager, became a star in Taylor's silent films and fell in love with him. Charlotte Shelby, Minter's mother, disapproved of their budding relationship. After his murder, a love note to Taylor from Minter was found in his home, along with her nightgown in the bedroom.
Oh, so he was putting it to this younger actress, probably.
Yes.
And
How old was she?
At the time, she was a teenager.
Well, that could mean a lot of things.
I know.
That
I'm
could
thinking-
mean 19. That could mean 13.
I'm thinking 1920s.
I'm thinking younger.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking under 16.
I'm thinking
Yeah.
17-ish.
I'm thinking
at
younger.
the time.
Honestly, even 17
Let's
in
look
the
it up.
1920s
Yeah.
feels okay to me.
But I mean,
Yeah,
I
that's-
probably should do the
people
the
were a little older
research.
back then.
Yeah.
Life got real faster.
So is it a possibility that, as you're looking this up, Dan, for my little sleuth sense is tingling, and I'm feeling like it's the parents, maybe the mother of this daughter?
Okay, she was 19 actually
Oh.
at the time.
what's anyone mad about
So
that?
the mom's just pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was picturing like a 13-year-old.
Yeah.
So was I.
It's like,
Yeah.
come on, shiny ass.
Like 2 years shy of the quinceanera. Like just really not appropriate in any way. This chick's an adult. Like a 19-year-old in 1920, not the same.
I was an adult when I was 13.
Yeah, you do a lot of adult things.
Yeah. I read Hebrew. That means I'm a man.
Oh, true. Yeah, you've
Yeah.
been a man for a while.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It's a lot of hard work, guys. You guys, I've been a man like so much longer than you.
What if-
No,
actually the
we
same amount of-
became men because the Holy Spirit entered our bodies during confirmation.
You guys really got to change how you phrase that.
What do you mean?
You know what I mean.
No, the Holy Spirit entered us.
Yeah, we were entered in church.
Where did he enter you from?
That's not important.
What does it matter?
How did he do it?
Is there a wrong way to enter your home?
He's all around us, so multiple angles really.
Yeah.
Well,
We
I
got
hope-
it on both ends.
anywhere, everywhere.
Just all the holes,
What do you mean?
all the entrances. I mean,
It's just
To get to our soul.
If it's in you, it's in you. Just who cares?
and
how
the
it gets?
Holy Spirit doesn't pull out.
No.
Yeah.
Nope.
And once it's in there, it's staying.
You know what'd be funny is if Jewish people believe like you become a man on your bar mitzvah.
Yeah.
It'd be funny if Jewish people believe that that was the only way to become a man.
So you're just forever a kid.
Well, and no one else is a man. Like everyone else is just boys
yeah.
forever.
Yeah. Like you're a fucking child.
Yeah, like if you're not Jewish and you can go through bar mitzvah, you're a child.
fucking babies over here. You guys are babies.
With uncut penises.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uncut gems.
That's what that movie's about, right? Circumcision.
Circumcision,
Yeah.
yes.
Well, it's about good dicks that aren't cut.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
are boy penises because we're not men.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Whereas Adam
Fucking
Sandler probably
always
went
with
through his-
Hollywood. This fascination with boy dicks.
Always.
With
Wow, we
children, really.
Yeah. It's just God. All right. This tangent's done. Yeah. Sorry.
Other damning facts came to light. Minter had once tried to shoot herself with the same type of gun used in the murder.
Well, this is starting to check out.
Yeah.
She tried to shoot herself.
What does that even mean?
Well, she was a
How do
child.
you
She couldn't
fuck
figure out
that
the.
up? She was like,
Pointed it at herself.
Whoops.
How do you work
just
this
like-
damn thing?
yeah, just off to the side, like just slips. Shouldn't have done it before she lotioned up for the night.
Yeah.
Yeah, slipped
The
off her
bullet
chest.
just skid off her like a rock.
Yeah.
Furthermore, her mother had previously threatened the life of another director who had made a pass on her daughter.
Yeah, so
It's all lining up here.
I feel like there's one person who did it.
This doesn't sound like a mystery.
No.
And to top it off, Charlotte Shelby, the mother, her alibi witness, received a suspicious large sum of money after the murder. So the reason that her alleged
Yeah.
alibi was just
We were having tea and playing bridge. She couldn't have killed him. And then-
Oh. So this, so far, this Hollywood Mysteries is just more of an expose on how shitty the LAPD has been forever.
more or less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that anytime there's a Los Angeles County Sheriff Department interview or an LAPD interview, it's like the Night Stalker one, they're like, yeah, we weren't supposed to say all that stuff to the media, but we did.
Well, why do you think every noir film they have to go to a private detective?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta go private dick.
It makes sense because the LAPD is just like over there, I don't know, ham-fisting documents
Right.
and doing shit they shouldn't.
Taking pictures of Kobe Bryant's charred body
Yeah.
on Snapchat.
Did they do that?
I don't know if they posted on Snapchat, but there were people like, fuck you, this is Kobe.
Damn.
Yeah.
Gotta send this to my boys.
Yo,
Bro, Kobe? Black or Mamba?
you're on fire today.
I know, man. Sometimes you're
Just
on.
feeling it. Jake's just
Sometimes
feeling it.
you're on, dude. I don't know what to say.
Fucking killing me.
All the detective films, though, they make me want to just smoke a cig and
Oh, dude.
I want to be a private detective so bad.
start to be very brooding and just talk about some little damsel walking into my life.
I want to like own. I want to be. I guess you don't have to be rich to do this, but I want to be rich enough to have a room, a large enough house where I can have a room in that house where I smoke, and it doesn't really bother the rest of the house. You know what I mean?
Like a cigar rim.
Yeah,
for
pretty
sure.
much.
No, I mean that's awesome. I agree, Dan, as well. Like the PI thing, that sounds dope. I imagine though that it's not so much like hot little numbers coming in with a mystery. It's mostly like ladies named Fran. They're like, my husband's cheating on me.
Yeah.
It's like, God damn it! How many Frans you got to get through?
You
Before
know,
you get to the
that is
damsel?
a
It's
femme
actually, like-
fatale.
That is.
Enters the picture.
Yeah, you're like, oh, finally, a femme fatale.
It's like we're gonna make this case a little longer.
It's like,
By
at
the way-
least she's hot, but she will be the downfall of me.
you know how I know you went to film school?
Femme fatale
You know noir terms like femme fatale.
and damsel.
Yeah. That is like an ancillary character, though, in a lot of noirs and other like detective films, is they'll be dealing like because the private detective is often like down on their luck, like they're not making the money they want to make, and there's always like this like, oh no, another one, like annoying character that's like, my husband was abducted by aliens, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like some frumpy old lady, and then
kicks
he's like,
her out.
yeah, he's like, get out of here, lady.
It's like that's a cash cow.
Yeah.
Just keep investigating that. Collect money.
Pours himself a glass of whiskey. Is dealing with like a photo of his ex-wife that he just has overturned onto the desk.
Yeah.
Maybe
then-
a child he doesn't see very much.
Yeah.
And then in a little cloud of smoke, the door opens, backlit, can't see her, just
Trench coat
silhouette.
and a hat.
Say there, mister. Heard you solve mysteries.
I knew.
Yeah, I should have closed the door right then.
I should have turned her away like all my other customers that try to pay me.
He's like, why can't I make any money? And she's like, well, I'll give you money if you find my husband. Get out of here, you old bat.
Meanwhile, the femme fatale offers literally no cash up front.
He's like, you might fuck me.
Probably not. You'll get stabbed over this.
Probably by me, yes.
I will it was
be-
me all along. What?
Twist and turn.
Yeah.
The knife in your back.
Classic.
It's a formula that works.
People
loved it.
It's
People loved
really
it.
good. I enjoy it as well.
There's a current like Western revival right now over the last like 5-6 years, and I kind of hope that means that like a noir revival, because we had the war film revival, right? That was like Saving Private Ryan to probably like 2006, and then now there's a like 2015 up. There's a Western revival. I want a noir revival next.
That would be
Noir's
cool.
great. LA Confidential is like my favorite movie.
I can actually. I mean, Nightmare Alley is kind of noir.
Really?
Yeah, that's
I
a
didn't
noir
see
movie.
that. I
I haven't
haven't
seen it yet, but they say it's a Guillermo del Toro noir film.
Ooh.
Yeah, I still want to watch
that.
it. Yeah, and Bradley Cooper is so dreamy.
You see his
Just
beat.
cool.
My freshman year, I took like a structure of storytelling class, and our final project, we did a noir puppet show
That's rad.
in front of the class.
So much fun. Yeah,
I also love that.
I would pay to see that.
I also love that you went to UCF and you've told me about 2 classes on this podcast. One, you put on a puppet show. And in another one, you learned how to write thank you notes. And this is where you went to college.
I think this might be a state of Florida thing, because collectively, there's at FSU we've mentioned there was a recreational walking class, and then I had a class called Growing Fruit for Fun and Profit. What? Yeah, and I had another class called we just grew strawberries, and then the other one was Bugs and You. And my big assignment was they gave us Mexican jumping beans. I had to keep a diary on them. You know what it was? Still jumping. Still hopping around. Like eventually it's like not jumping no more.
No,
Yeah.
dude. No, they stopped.
Because worms live in them.
And then every other class, we just watched movies for the most part.
Oh, film classes were the best.
Yeah.
Actually, the only ones that were better were creative writing classes, because you can, as long as you do the assignment, they really can't give you less than a B unless
Yeah.
you're really awful.
Well, it's interpretive. Well,
Right.
film
Subjective.
class. Yeah, like I had an film analysis for non-majors and acting for non-majors classes.
Oh, we had acting for non-majors. I
Acting
didn't
for
take
non-majors is great. Me and
That
Joe Noah
was-
took it. It was so much fun. They
God.
can't tell you suck at acting.
Right.
Yeah, they're like,
That's just like, what is that? I wish, fuck acting for non-majors. I want there to be like baseball for non-players. Like
Golf.
You just get to go, you just get to go play a sport for an hour. Like, fuck,
Yeah.
dude.
That is a class at UCF. There's bowling. There is
There
they
is
have all
bowling
the
at
sports
UF
classes.
too.
I think we might have had bowling. We definitely didn't have like soccer or anything.
There was a
like
golf class at UCF.
We had
It
a
was
lot of
really
leisure
just to
courses.
fill your summer quota, because
Yeah.
it was required in the state of Florida to go to summer classes, like for at least a semester, I think.
yeah, depending on
To
how
get
you're
in-state.
Yeah, depending on
I
how
did
your
not get
credits
in-state.
transferred. Yeah.
Although in-state UCF was, or out-of-state UCF was still cheaper than in-state Penn State.
That's funny.
So that's why I went to UCF.
Fair enough.
Well,
They give you money.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, but-
UCF was really good at handing out money too.
But I mean, I didn't get into UCF because of my grades. They just saw me as an out-of-state tuition. And they're like, yes, admitted.
Yeah, that was always cool.
That was always, I didn't have to live up to the standards,
Yeah.
which is nice. So still no one was ever prosecuted for Taylor's death, and the case remains officially unsolved.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that girl's mom did it.
Yeah. I don't think it was like a hugging situation, though, was it? Like, it's probably just she shoved the gun right up into his ribs and shot him.
Yeah.
Many years later, in Minter's unpublished autobiography, she admitted that she and her mother were at Taylor's bungalow on the night of the killing.
Why'd you bring her mom? To kill him, I guess?
Or like the mom just snapped and did it.
Yeah. Or like the mom's like, I'll drive you. And she's like, no, Mom, I'll drive. And
I
then-
bet you, or like the mom tailed her. Like I could
Oh,
see
yeah.
that too. And like, as she goes in, like give it a beat. She pops in. Very noir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the famous director King Vidor told people that Minter had admitted that her mother had killed Taylor after finding her daughter at Taylor's home. So maybe, I believe Taylor probably showed up. Mother probably tailed her.
Yeah.
And one thing led to another.
Bummer.
However, unofficial. Still an unsolved mystery.
Case open.
Cold case.
Cold case.
It's 2 straight cold cases in Hollywood that seem pretty open and shut. No?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? They didn't solve O.J. Simpson either. So they don't know who Nicole
It's
Brown.
not what you know, it's what you can prove, Rob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the best line from Denzel in Training Day.
Yeah.
And that made me top 5 line. It's obviously King Kong's the GOAT.
King Kong, and you like to, I didn't know you like to get wet.
I didn't know you like to get wet.
I'm surging with this thing, Jake. That's the other one.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of good lines.
Yeah, it's a very
I'm gonna
quotable
go back
movie.
and watch Training Day.
Yeah.
We
Can we
quoted-
just watch Training Day for the Patreon? I don't even care.
We actually quoted Training Day
Yeah.
in the
I
Patriot.
was surging with this because they're just way too good at shooting flintlock pistols. They're just flintlock pistol
that and
snipers.
tomahawks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's also just very good with those. But Francis Marion makes sense there.
Yeah.
Well, not Francis Marion, but Benjamin, whatever his name is.
Ben Martin.
Yeah.
And then our last murder mystery is Thelma Todd. She is known as the Ice Cream Blonde. She's beloved for her comedic roles alongside the Marx Brothers in Horse Feathers and Monkey Business, as well as several other successful comedies. And on the morning of December 16th, 1935, Thelma Todd's maid found her body in the garage, slumped over the wheel of her Lincoln convertible. Seems pretty open and shut, right?
Suicide, right?
Yeah.
Suicide.
Were there any rags?
Carbon
or
monoxide
anything?
poisoning.
Oh, the garage was probably closed. Yeah.
To this day, the verdict is on the books as the official explanation that she died from carbon monoxide poisoning. Yet, they were unable to explain her broken nose, the bruises around her throat, and 2 cracked ribs.
Oh.
Oh, sounds like a KGB suicide if I've ever
They
heard
just
one.
find like, right?
Yeah.
Like what? What? Like they just find her like slumped over the wheel. It's like clear that like a bear has attacked her, like bitten her throat out,
Yeah.
and but the car's running.
Yes.
So they're like, oh wow.
You know how your
They're just claw marks all over. Yeah.
You know how that just happens when you're dying from carbon monoxide poisoning. Your stomach just explodes out of the middle. Like, yeah, that's a thing that happens. We don't understand it. It's science.
Kind of.
Yeah.
She didn't want to live here anymore.
That's like I think of doctors when like people died from clearly smoking causes, and they're
Yeah.
like, his heart it blew up.
Yeah.
We don't know.
The
Anyway.
carbon monoxide just formed into 2 fists and just started working the body.
Like a
Yeah.
cartoon.
Yeah.
It's like the swarm of bees kind of hand that comes after
on
you.
the inside.
It's like, "Ugh." That's fun.
One particularly questionable presence in Todd's orbit was her business partner and sometimes lover, Roland West.
Perfect combo.
Yes. Business partner and sometimes
Yeah,
lover.
business
That's
and
not
pleasure.
sticky.
Taking money from you, or like you're hit. And by the way, business partner means that she's making the money,
Right.
and he's maybe figuring out ways to spend the money well.
Or to get a percentage, like an agent.
Well,
you
he's
know?
getting a percentage for sure, and then like maybe he's helping her invest it, and then on the side he's fucking her.
Yeah.
Sounds like a win-win.
Right.
That guy's-
This guy's got
sounds
life figured
perfect.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me manage this money for you and manage that V.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is man.
So Roland West was initially a film director, but he
That didn't go well.
did not go super well. He initially had success in Hollywood, but it kind of flamed out. While Thelma Todd's Sidewalk Cafe was a hit with the show Business Elite, the restaurant was not a lucrative endeavor behind the closed doors. So they got into business together to open up a cafe, and it was a flop.
Well, didn't one restaurant already fail?
This was the restaurant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, and that's, I feel like that's pretty common with like restaurants, even if they're trendy and good.
Yeah.
Like the books can be shit.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, well, there's a lot of people here. It's like, yeah, but
Yeah.
what's the margin?
The books are still there's no margins.
Yeah.
Fucking rent or whatever.
Your operating
mortgage
cost is just
fucking dog shit.
yeah, it's just putting you under.
Yeah.
They also both lived in the same duplex above the restaurant. And to further complicate things,
I thought she was famous. What? They were living together too?
Yeah.
Wait, were they living together or living next to each other?
like in the same duplex, which was above it, so separate,
Okay.
Okay, got it.
but still
barely.
right next to each other.
Yeah, there's probably a hole in the wall.
Right.
Also, West's estranged wife, Jewel Carmen, also lived above the cafe.
Jesus Christ, this guy just keeps it all in one spot,
Yeah.
doesn't he? He shits where he does everything else.
Yeah.
He's literally shitting where he eats and other people.
It's not even like shitting where
above
you
where he
eat.
eats.
It's like shitting into your own mouth. Like it's just shitting shitting into what you eat with.
Yeah, it's like shitting on your plate.
Yeah.
Calling it dinner.
Yeah. There's not a hole in your chair at the dinner table.
Yeah.
The plate is the toilet.
Yeah.
She was also a co-owner of the restaurant.
Perfect. Yeah.
Wait,
why
the
not?
ex-wife was?
Yeah. Oh, they're all getting into bed together.
I bet he's still banging her too.
Oh, yeah.
You think?
Yeah. Like he's banging all of these broads.
While Carmen didn't outwardly object to West being close to Todd, she reportedly threatened Todd when the restaurant began to lose money.
Yeah, it's all fun and games when you're making money, I guess. Then when you're losing money, it's not so fun when your ex-husband's putting it to the movie star as you're going broke.
And you're both going broke.
Everyone's going
here.
broke.
Yeah.
Everyone's poor and someone's just getting laid.
Get that whore to work or I'll kill her.
Yeah.
In addition to her strange arrangement with Roland West, Jewel Carmen, Todd was also linked to the infamous mobster Lucky Luciano.
Oh,
Big time.
man, these people just keep great
But wasn't
company.
Lucky Luciano in New York?
They probably have like,
He flying back and
I'm
forth?
sure he traveled.
yeah.
He
I'm-
was famous. Like at the time, he was famous.
I mean, yeah, I imagine they have like a lot of just like stash holes and stuff in other states too. Like
Yeah.
California's probably so far away from New York that they're not going to like find anything there.
Yeah.
Like they can't connect those dots yet, especially at that time period.
It used to be a lot harder to extradite someone from another state.
As we learned in last week's episode, they wouldn't get rid of that guy from Kansas. He's making too much money.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're bringing in money, they're not going to send you
Yeah,
away.
dude, it's like, hey, man, the taxes on these goat fucking ball transplants.
Hey, man, it's not a crime if there's a fee for it, is what I'm saying. Like, that's just a tax.
Nothing's a crime if it's lucrative enough.
Yeah.
The two were known to have a torturous relationship. Luciano allegedly beat the actress and got her hooked
Whoa, the mobster?
on meth.
Wow, that's weird. That the organized crime
Amphetamines.
murderer.
Would beat her and get her hooked on amphetamines.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
I expect better out of him.
On top of that, Luciano reportedly wanted Thelma Todd to let him open up a gambling casino in her restaurant.
Dude, they should have taken that one.
Yeah.
That would have at least, like, made some fucking money.
It would have. And
Yeah.
also, when the mobster suggests something like, hey, you need to let me do this, that's not a suggestion.
No,
They don't suggest things.
It's not an ask. Yeah. And honestly, if you're already going to get beaten and addicted to meth while being around them, go ahead and make the money.
Yeah, I
Like,
guess.
If you're already in the situation
Try to
of
make the best out of.
yeah, like what I'm saying is you've already cut to the you're short. You've cut to the you're short on the payment,
Right.
The protection payment or whatever.
But, I mean, I can understand, blinded by love for a mobster. You like the bad boys. I don't understand Roland West trying to be involved in this situation. Like, with Lucky Luciano being in the mix, it'd be like, I'm going to separate myself
No,
from this.
I'm gonna let you know here, Dan. West is an idiot.
He's real stupid.
Yeah, because he doesn't understand that dynamic.
Yeah.
But also anything about his life, he doesn't understand why it's a bad idea.
And you got to think, too, that this guy, so he wanted to be a big shot Hollywood director. That didn't work out. So then he wants to be a big shot, I don't know, with a restaurant.
Diner owner?
And banging a movie star. But here's the thing, though. Working with a famous mobster, that makes him a big shot. He could tell people, he can be like, yeah, me and Lucky Luciano, we got a fucking thing going.
And nothing mobsters like more than people that talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They love it. They love
big
it.
fans of people that run their mouths.
And, you could be that restaurant that all the mobsters go to, like in
Yeah.
Goodfellas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look what happened to Artie Bucco in Vesuvio. Worked out well for him.
Tommy 2 times.
Have you seen The Sopranos?
I have not.
Oh, okay.
Never watched
Glad
a
that
single
one-
episode of it.
Glad that one.
I have made it made it all the way through.
Yeah.
I've seen it like 1.5 times.
I heard it wasn't very good.
Yeah. Someone lied to you.
So Todd proved to be a hard sell on trying to get the casinos into the restaurants and diners
What
who
does that even
overheard.
mean, casino, by the way? Like what? One craps table in the basement?
I imagine it's like poker room.
Right. Like
Yeah.
it's not a casino.
Yeah, they're just wheeling in slot machines.
Yeah.
It's just for show.
You like walk into the Steak and Shake, and one half is still a Steak and Shake, and
That's
the
like
other
Vegas,
half
though.
It's just filled with Vietnamese men
you go to-
screaming over a table, throwing money.
You go to or you go to a gas station in like Vegas. They got the slot
Go to a
machines.
gas station in Oklahoma.
Go to a gas station in Louisiana.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Louisiana's the best.
Yeah, dude. I really, 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 and I'll never get my wife to do it. So maybe we should do like a boys' weekend there sometime. I just want to go up to one of the Indian casinos on the border that are like huge.
They're not fun. You got to
they're not?
pay annies. Like $5 blackjack, you're paying $6 a hand.
Yeah,
Wow.
because there's like some sort of
Oh.
donation. Or
It's so dumb.
It's
Really?
There's a lot of.
They seem interesting. They're not.
Again.
Should we go to shitty ones then, not the big ones?
Hey, if
but
you
like
want-
the ones that are in like a shed that looks like a tornado is gonna butt fuck it like at any second.
Dude, we can do that here. There's a place off Ditmar that's called Gold Rush Music Lounge. Me and my buddy went there at we saw it was open till 4.
Should you be talking about this?
I don't care.
All right.
We went there because we were like, oh man, like maybe it's a club and you can drink after 2 because we were just up late. And we walk in and we're like, oh, this is the music lounge, right? There's just a counter in the front. They're like, this isn't the kind of place you think it is. And we're like, what do you mean? He's like, so we're a music lounge in the sense that we have music on speakers back there, but it's video poker. And I was like, so it's a casino? He's like, no, it's not. It is donation-based video games that have potential payout. It was like, and this is all at 2:30 in the morning.
So it's Delta 8 gambling.
Yeah, it's the I mean, dude, it's right. It's in a like those gas stations that have like 2 other businesses attached.
It's called
Yeah.
finding a loophole, Rob.
Yeah, the other one is a
It's
nails place.
It's stupid that the loophole has to be there.
It has to exist.
Yeah.
And it's also called a music lounge.
Do you know how much would everything be free? Would we have taxes if weed was legal and every state had full gambling? Would everything just be paid for at that point?
I feel like it would be.
And prostitution too.
Yeah.
You throw those 3 vice things in there and children are reading at an 8th grade level in 5th grade.
Yeah,
And you know what's crazy is what will be legal before everything you just mentioned is gambling. And it's by far, and I'm a huge gambler, it's the worst vice.
Oh yeah.
It's the most destructive vice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That ruins lives.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you why that shit will never be legal, though, is because there's a lot of budgets that get re-upped every year for the busts pertaining to those 3 crimes you just mentioned.
Yeah.
Like, think of all of the jobs in the legal system that are created from drugs being illegal, which is like how many like court counselors and things like that you have, how many budgets go up because of
Those are probably higher paying jobs too than say blackjack dealer.
Yeah, for sure. And then drug busts are directly correlated to raises in budgets. Like if you bust a bunch of marijuana busts, which is a joke. Like I have a buddy that works in prosecution and he's like,
I remember him from your bachelor party.
yeah, he's just like, so like, is this a lot of weed? The cops will be like, this is like an 1/8 of weed. Is that like the ones that are clueless? He's like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, we're not.
He's like, no,
throw it out.
Bought more than that in college.
Throw it out.
And I mean, look at all the states that are around Texas. If you think any Texas politician isn't getting like backhanded deals from Louisiana or Oklahoma. For
Oh,
to
dude.
keep that shit
There
Illegal
are,
in Texas, yeah.
there are absolutely lobbyists from Oklahoma and Louisiana in here making sure that Texas does not legalize gambling.
Because you know, it'd be so much better than going to Oklahoma for a shitty casino. Not going to Oklahoma for a shitty casino.
I mean,
Staying
look,
home.
Louisiana's fine, but even like Lake Charles, it was stupid.
Lake Charles is fun.
I guess.
Shreveport sucks.
Yeah,
Shreveport's the fucking worst.
Still beats Oklahoma.
It does.
Actually,
Yeah,
I've never been to Oklahoma, so I can't speak to
You've
that.
driven
but
through it, right?
I've never been in Oklahoma.
Wow, holy
good. You've
shit.
missed a lot of
now I
dead
want to just
dogs.
take you to Oklahoma.
I really, the way you said that, I don't.
Oh, you're
Famous quote, great quote in our friendship. You were at the time seeing someone from Oklahoma,
Yeah.
and she was talking about how fucking awesome Oklahoma was compared to every other state. And our friend Matt looked at her and said, "Hey, where did they go during the Trail of Tears? Why were they crying again?" This is like the ultimate own of that state. It
really
what was it
is.
called? The Trail of sick. It's fucking awful.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know this. The Native Americans were actually open to moving somewhere else, but once they got to Oklahoma, that's when they started to cry.
We're like, oh
yeah. When
God.
they get in the news,
It's like, you're here.
yeah. Everyone on the Trail of Tears died voluntarily.
Yeah. So
Instead of going to Oklahoma.
Thelma Todd is so against the idea of opening whatever gambling in her restaurant that she tells Lucky, "You can open up tables in my restaurant over my dead body."
That's
In which Luciano's alleged response was, "That can be arranged."
Which is literally true for him.
Yeah.
What arranged just means reaching into his pocket.
yeah. I mean, that was just instructions from her, basically. It's like, this is how you get this.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And then there's another man that potentially could have committed this murder. Or, suicide, as it still is on the record.
Of course.
Carbon monoxide poisoning.
Right.
Her ex-husband, Pat DeCiccio.
Too many Italians in this woman's life. That's a bad sign. It's a bad
it's
sign.
not going well.
No.
You don't want too many. You can have like one or two Italians in your life.
Right.
Yeah, 3 or 4.
It gets sketchy after that, yeah.
Does he live in the duplex?
Everyone just lives there.
It's just a big shitty family, dude.
Yeah. It's like her other ex-husband.
It's just the worst version of Hey Arnold in a boarding house.
It's the boarding house with everyone you've had your penis in or had inside of you.
Yeah, or is just randomly a murderer who you've also had inside of you.
Yeah, right.
What do you trust an Italian to do in your life?
Currently, probably anything.
I want an Italian butcher, probably.
Yeah, Italian cook.
Oh, like stereotyping? Okay.
And as far as Italian women go, very loving. I would like, so for example, Veronica's going to babysit my child. She's probably the second most Italian person I've ever met.
Right. Veronica also believes she's not white.
Well, we talked her out of that. I think I talked her out of that.
Have we talked her out of that Italians are white
wasn't that
people?
on our podcast? We're like, don't steal that valor.
You can't steal people of color with Italian.
Yeah, you can tan, but
I get tan. Like,
Yeah.
I'm Irish.
So things we would trust. The Italian, you gotta be careful. You might get caught up in that dust cloud with the baking pin.
Yeah.
When you get in an argument.
What I don't trust them to do is, I don't know, like
My taxes?
Sure.
Don't trust an Italian to do my taxes.
Why is that?
I mean, all the mobsters get popped for tax evasion.
That's true. They all get popped for tax evasion.
Of all the things you get popped for as a mobster, though, tax evasion seems like the easiest one.
That's what they go after you for.
And then they find out the other shit.
Because they're just really bad
yes.
with numbers.
Yeah.
You know?
I guess the only other thing I wouldn't trust an Italian to do is like, I don't even fucking know, like be useful militarily after like 300 AD.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Right.
about it.
Yeah, I really don't.
Great bankers.
They were really good bankers at one point. I mean,
Well,
I
one
feel like-
family was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One family was really shitty at it. Couldn't work their way up, but yeah, the other one was. Yeah, I mean,
So
I respect Italians.
her ex-husband felt a little humiliated after the divorce and possibly wanted revenge. Some people have even been suspicious of Todd's mother, who considered that her daughter's she was her daughter's sole heir to her fortune.
Okay.
So shortly before
I
her
don't-
daughter died, she apparently announced a plan to build a mansion with no clear plan on how she'd pay for it.
Wait, so Todd's
mother.
Todd's mother announced how to.
She wanted to build her own mansion.
Oh, so
but she didn't have any money.
but what's the motive there? Why would be
Luxury, Jake.
But why would, if the mom didn't have the money, was there like a life insurance policy? How was killing her?
And
She was the-
Hey, Bono.
She's the sole heir
So
to her
she'd
daughter's
inherit her
fortune.
daughter's money.
Oh, the daughter had.
The daughter was the
Her
movie
daughter
star.
was a movie star.
But wasn't she broke from the restaurant?
No.
Oh,
It
so
was-
she had money.
It was just a losing venture.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, so this is just like a bad investment she has
Yeah.
on the book. Okay. That makes a lot more sense. Fuck. Ugh.
Could be
Yeah.
her, but here's the thing though. Why kill the golden goose so young?
Yeah. She has a lot more earning potential. I mean,
I guess unless
She might be more famous if she dies.
Oh, she could have kids though.
True.
She could have kids and
also,
pass it.
how old's the mom? Like maybe she's like 45, still got a couple good years left. You
Yeah.
know, and wants to just get that money and have fun while she can. Kill the daughter.
Pay, or you RICO this shit and you get yeah, you get like fucking the mom knows Lucky Luciano's there.
Yeah.
And Lucky Luciano is like, hey, Roland, listen, man. We're going to take care of all this. We're going to all get a little cut. This nice little loving family on top of this diner just gets entrenched in paying off the mob and getting their inheritance.
And then despite all these potential motives to murder Thelma Todd, a grand jury ultimately ruled the star's death a suicide.
Even though there was the throats and the bulgy eyes
and the broken ribs.
What if someone just got upset and hugged her too hard, like found her dead body and was just like, no.
Roland being an idiot.
They actually, the maid goes to jail.
Yeah.
That would actually be the most likely case scenario, I guess, with the LAPD at this time. But I just imagine Roland walks in, babe, and just like trying to wake her up by shaking her neck. Wake up. Shaking her head like that. Yeah, that could be it.
The intricacies of CPR, hard to remember sometimes.
Yeah.
So let's just take a little shot in the dark. Who do you think did it?
I'm going to go with the mom.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you said the mobba.
No.
Mob might have done it too.
Okay, actually, let me put it this way. I think the mom and Luciano conspired together.
And then they ran off together.
Did they?
It's unknown.
Okay.
Yeah, but they didn't do that. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, the case was unsolved. These are all unsolved Hollywood murder mysteries.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like
the first two seem pretty solved.
The clear instruction.
Open and shut case, Johnson.
We know it wasn't suicide.
Yeah.
Like, that's for sure. It just sounds to me like she literally told Lucky Luciano what to do, which was, you can do this over my dead body. And he's like, oh, cool. Thanks for the help.
Sounds good. But did they ever open the casinos in the restaurant? So did he kill her for no reason is the question?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Well, I mean, it's a mobster. They'll just kill for anything, really.
And then change his mind later. He's like, you know what? A casino and a diner is a dumb idea.
Lake Tahoe's opening up.
I didn't like it. You know what? On second thought,
glad she's dead.
Yeah, didn't like her, but,
whatever.
So, just a little quick episode there. Just 3 unsolved murder mysteries. What did you guys learn today?
LAPD bad at crime.
It opened up an entire industry.
Yeah.
Private investigators.
Yeah.
And then, then expanded to Hollywood and created more jobs.
I'm sorry. I was about to say they're creating more jobs. Yeah. You know what? Actually, thank you, LAPD.
Thank you.
So many great docuseries I get to watch about your failures every single fucking week. We got the Rodney King thing.
A whole genre.
Songs came out. Fucking Sublime song from that one.
O.J. Simpson.
Yeah.
Although that, I think, was less the LAPD than the prosecutors.
Yeah.
And a lot, that was, I think, further downriver on the justice system.
Yeah. It was just
like, obviously, Furman was a dummy, kind of, but it feels like most of that fumble was done in the courtroom.
Yeah, make them try on the glove. Just don't do that.
What about you, Rob?
What I learned based on the last story is that unlike what MASH's theme song tries to claim, suicide is not painless, but it does bring on many changes, specifically to your rib cage and neck bruising area and all that stuff.
I'm sorry, what does MASH's theme song say?
Suicide is painless. It brings on pretty much what he said.
Changes.
Wait, that's from Matt? That's in the theme song of
the
MASH?
movie.
Oh, okay.
It's they take away the lyrics in the show.
No, that is actually the show's.
Oh, it is in the show?
but it's just the melody, I think.
I've seen zero MASH.
Everyone's
anything.
dad loves MASH. What are you talking about?
Oh, my dad does like MASH. I've just never actually watched it with him.
Why do you hate
The
your
movie's
father?
I don't
one
hate my
of the
father.
best movies of the 20th century.
It's a great movie.
The movie's
Better
brilliant.
song, but great movie.
The show is kind of whatever, I think. But
Yeah, but everyone's dad loves the movie.
Yeah, everyone-
Again, did you not spend quality time in your childhood with your father?
I did.
And you guys
We
never-
watched Coach.
You never watched MASH.
We watched Coach with Craig T. Nelson.
that was a Big Ten program, wasn't it? That was a Midwest program.
Minnesota State Screaming Eagles. Yes,
Yeah.
they were. There's actually they beat Florida that year to win the national title. The year they won the national title because we committed too many penalties, and we were both like, "That sounds about right." Yeah, that's the good writing there.
Well, that's what we got for this week.
we
Make
need a
sure.
Hitler.
Yeah.
Oh.
Who's your Hitler?
Okay.
Go ahead, Rob.
Italians.
Yes. Too many.
Too many.
I was going to say the LAPD also.
LAPD, but they're also job creaters. Well, I mean, I guess
Hitler made a lot of jobs.
Yeah, Nazis are job creators.
They made
as
up
well.
a whole thing for searching for people
fair.
of a certain type.
You know, probably had their hands in the Vatican for a bit.
Yeah.
Nah, the Vatican kept clean, dude.
Always do.
Pope's good.
Yeah.
Pope's good. Pope's on the up and up. That's Jesus' man.
The Pope is on the up and up.
Yeah, always.
Like, stock's just rising, dude.
Pope's good. Pope's always good. Pope's,
Yeah, they were fighting the godlessness that was the Soviet Union.
yeah. Well, they were both atheist states, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Nazi Germany?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There wasn't like
But not so the Nazi, like Catholics would have eventually found their way to the camps, but there was just too many Catholics in Germany to like you can't. That was going to be more of a phase out than a camp situation.
Yeah, people always forget what they were going to do with Africa, too. Yeah, it's like they were going to make that whole thing a just factory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not great.
Yeah.
didn't happen.
No.
Nah,
We came in and saved the day.
as we do. History's over.
America.
Yeah, America.
Fuck yeah.
And go ahead and subscribe to the Patreon. We have, again, Wednesday, drop in our live watch of The Patriot, in which we were talking about this on the episode. It's just a celebration of America, really.
It really is. It's like the perfect, and we talk about this a lot. It's a really good encapsulation of America's thoughts about itself at that time. This is just before 9/11.
It was 2000.
Yeah.
I think. 1999, 2000.
But so filmed
Yeah.
in 99, written in probably like 95, 96, maybe 98. But regardless, it's just there was like America had this victory lap in the 90s where it was just like, we did it, dude. We won the game. We beat history.
Yeah.
History's over now.
We're done. It's just chilling from here on out.
We beat the game.
That
And
movie is
honestly, for its time, justifiably so. Because that's what life was like.
but
No,
yeah,
there was no better time than the 90s.
it is
in the early
the
2000s.
movie equivalent of a American flag flashlight,
Yeah.
basically.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like fucking stroke it.
Mel Gibson still just doing the damn thing.
Yeah, just getting all the moms horny.
Yeah. Also, we go deep into the Patriots' Second Amendment porn.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll have, obviously, that drops Wednesday. We already have two things on the Patreon. Game show with Coop and Joel. Don't want to spoil anything if you haven't seen it already. And then
Mailbag.
also a little mailbag. We got to come up with a name for it. But we're just going to do different things on the Patreon that you're not getting here for free.
I'll tell you what, if you subscribe to the Patreon, you can shoot us an idea for the name
Of the mailbag.
of the mailbag, and if we like it, we'll use it. We want to do something history related, like
Right now it's letter donkey.
the pony satchel.
The pony satchel.
So we're going to provide you with at least one additional thing a week. We'll probably try to do more because we're going to be doing little sketches and everything here and there.
Yeah, I'm editing those right now.
But we're just going to try to do as much different history shit as possible.
Yeah, we're going to try and give you one piece a week.
Yeah, but you're still getting the free content that you get every Monday.
Yep, yep.
And obviously make sure to go to softcorehistory.com, buy some merch. Obviously, Topsy the Elephant shirts.
Shouts to everyone who wore the Two Irish to Die.
Yeah.
Still
on-
buy
on
those. You
St.
can
Patrick's
wear
Day.
those the rest of the year, too. It doesn't have to be St. Patrick's Day.
That's true. Someone just went on CNN today and said Joe Biden only called for Putin to be taken out of power because he's Irish, because Biden is Irish and felt like the pain of the Ukrainians so deeply, as an Irishman would.
Yeah, that's a fucking weird thread.
That's quite a reach.
Yeah.
It was Leon Panetta, but I was like, just say he was drunk if you want to play the Irish card.
Yeah, come on. That's just as acceptable. I think,
and
at this
also
point.
Irish people just say stupid shit all the time. So, and it was a stupid thing to say.
Well, Joe Biden literally said, "I may be Irish, but I'm not an idiot."
Yeah, which is someone DM'd me about that, and they're like, he hates the Irish, and I was like, that sounds exactly what my grandma would say.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we're self-loathing.
yeah, deeply only the Jews probably top the Irish on self-loathing.
I may be Jewish, but I don't kill babies. All right. Yeah.
So softcorehistory.com, buy some merch. Some really cool stuff up there. Leave a review on iTunes. Rate us 5 stars on Spotify as well.
There's been
Give
some
it a
good
chance.
reviews lately.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I think maybe next week, if you leave a good review, we'll read it at the end of the episode next week.
Yeah, there's been a couple ones that made me laugh. We need to actually get back into the habit of reading those. 'Cause
Yeah,
they're
so
funny.
end of every episode now, leave a really funny review. We'll read it. Yeah, you put the effort in, we'll reward you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, tell a friend about the podcast. That's the best way to grow it, just organically. Follow us at Softcore History on Instagram. And, that's all I got for this week, boys.
Cool.
For Rob Fox, Jake Goldman, I'm Dan Regester, and you just got soft served.